Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're shooting another summer special. We're making pork belly burn-in sandwiches. Let's go. Alright, here I have my pork belly. I'm going to remove the skin first. Pork belly comes from the underside of the pig, between the loin and the skin. It's a fatty cut with alternating layers of fat and meat, which makes it rich and flavorful. Alright guys, this is the last one. I'm almost done removing the skin. You could leave it on, but it's really tough to eat, so up to you. Now that it's all gone, I am going to cut them into medium-sized pieces and rub them with my special Santy rub that I've also used for my spare ribs. The video's already on my channel. You can go check that out. Before we continue, I just want to thank my friends Michi and Roxy for letting us use their garden for this video. Alright, when you have cut them into medium-sized pieces, place them in one of those aluminum trays that you would use for a barbecue. Burned ends traditionally come from beef brisket, particularly from barbecue culture in Kansas City. The term has been adapted for pork belly. I've already made a traditional burned end video, so make sure to check that out. I am now going to use mayonnaise, just a little bit. You can use mustard or ketchup or any other condiment of your choice. I'm just allergic to mustard, so I'm going with mayonnaise. And then I am using my rub. You can use any rub of your choice, but I love to make my own. Like I said, the recipe is already available. Make sure every piece is covered and the condiment works as a binder. I'm now gently massaging this all in so that every piece is covered in rub. These pork belly burn ends needs to be smoked, and today we're testing the Ninja Woodfire, and for that we were going to use these pellets with hickory, cherry, maple, and oak. This is what they look like. Pour them right into this little container. Alright, let's move over to the Ninja Woodfire. Alright, these little pellets go in here. Just put them in here. Close that. Now comes the fun part. I am going to place these trays into the Ninja Woodfire, like so. I'm going to close it. I am going to set this on the smoker section. I am going to set the timer to 2.5 hours at 120 Celsius. And then, go! 2.5 hours is perfect if you have a thicker cut of pork belly. Mine were a little thin, so I ended up not going all the way to 2.5 hours. You want to then set a timer on your phone or wherever for every half an hour, because you want to use a spray bottle and spray your pork belly burn ends with apple juice. Spraying them with liquids like apple juice adds surface moisture, preventing the burn ends from becoming too dry during the long slow cook process in the Ninja Woodfire. We are also going to try the Ninja Slushi today. You have to open this little container and then fill in the liquid of your choice. We are using iced tea with lemon and lime flavor. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Ninja to do this video. My friends own these gadgets and I really wanted to try them for myself, and this was the best opportunity to do so. After closing the lid, you want to push the start button and then select slush. It's going to start moving, and then you can adjust the thickness of your slush on the right hand side. I'm going to go for medium, and then after about 15 minutes there's going to be a beeping sound, and then you know it's ready. This machine has a specially designed freezing chamber that gets extremely cold. When you pour a liquid into it, the temperature drops quickly, starting the freezing process. Unlike a freezer, the slushy machine constantly stirs or blends the liquid as it freezes, which gives the slushy its texture. The first 30 minutes are over. Oh my goodness guys, this looks amazing. I'm going to spray them with some apple juice and then close the lid again. Alright, close it and then wait another 30 minutes. All right, the slush is ready. Let's see. Yes, there was a little bit of an outfit change because we ended up jumping in the pool while we were waiting on the slushy. And I was desperately waiting for that thing to be done because I was burning inside and out. All right, taste test. Oh, this is so good. So refreshing, like an actual slush you would get at any like amusement park or whatever. I love it. Look at the consistency. You can see these little ice crystals. But it's also very creamy and refreshing. All right, we are now doing the last round of apple juice, and look at these bad boys. Oh my goodness. And the smell, guys, is incredible. They're gonna be smoking for another 30 minutes, and then we're gonna add our sauce, some butter, and some fresh honey that I got from a beekeeper. So this is the part where I didn't continue for another half an hour because they were actually getting a little dry. That's the point where I stopped. I did spray them with another round of apple juice, but then continued with the rest. This was my very first time smoking something, and I had to see and try out things. All right, 20 minutes before the time is over, I am going to add some butter. I am then going to add some brown sugar. Now we're going to add some of that delicious honey. This is some real honey, not the artificial stuff from the store, from real bees from a garden. This is incredible. This is real good stuff. I'm then going to add my barbecue sauce. You can add any barbecue sauce you like. I'm using the one from Kansas City. It's my favorite. It's really smoky, a little tangy. Cover it a little bit. Since the origin of this dish is in Kansas City, I decided to go with a Kansas City style barbecue sauce, but like I said, use whatever you like. Give that a quick toss and then cover it with some aluminum foil. I'm not going to continue smoking them. I'm just going to close the lid after covering it with aluminum foil and let that sit in the warm temperature to let the flavors combine. We are now going to prepare our burger buns. I have some brioche buns that I made myself. If you want the recipe, let me know in the comments down below and I will shoot a video for you. I'm just going to cut them in half and then I'm going to spread some herbal and garlic butter on it. Obviously, you can just use regular butter if you don't like herbal and garlic butter. Let's have a look. This looks phenomenal. I'm going to transfer them over to my table and then we're going to grill the burger buns. All right, we're going to set our Ninja Woodfire to the grilling with the buttered side downwards onto the grill. All right, since it was already kind of hot, they don't really take that long. Ooh. Gonna take them out. All right, we are now going to assemble our sandwich. I am going to take one of my brioche buns and then I'm adding my pork belly. Give that a quick toss to get some of that delicious barbecue sauce and then slap that on the bottom part of your bun. Add a fair amount. Alrighty. I'm then adding some cheddar. I'll press it down a little bit and then some slaw. You can use your favorite slaw right on top. Close the lid and you're ready to serve. And here it is, my pork belly burned in sandwich. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!